copy. And then you could just paste the new copy on the new layer and transform it and move it around. I don't know if that was your question, but...
Yeah, what I'm trying to figure out is how to multiply, like, several circles using the ellipse tool.
Well, I mean, unless you adjust the ellipse tool, then it doesn't move. So if you want to make it into whatever it is that you want, then you can... You can draw and do whatever you want with it. You know, so...
How do I get out of it?
You see there's an X here that will close just this, or you can close this.
Peace out, I got it. I think I'm not going to use the World II.
Should have waited probably a little bit to start the live stream. It's like me fiddling with all this stuff. Okay, but we're there.
My husband looked at the one that with the shirt and said it looked like a Klimt octopus.
Yeah, you know, it has that kind of look. It's a pretty cool one.
It is. I like it a lot.
All right, let's see. I spent quite a few hours yesterday trying to paint an eye using watercolor, and it was a challenge.
Yeah.
Spent quite a few hours trying to paint the skin in my self-portrait with watercolor, and it was a fail.
Yeah, I'm getting better and making progress and figuring out how to use the tools a little bit more efficiently and setting up the artist pad so I've got the things that I need all the time in the right spots and closer. All right. I'm almost done. I don't know what you guys are doing, but
I'm done tracing my octopus.
Just doing single lines for the legs. Good enough.
Yes, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right. Let's rotate it.
Turn them around. Okay. Yeah, and I need like 3 computer screens.
Yeah, Verity, I don't see anything on your canvas, but I do see your brush moving.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's nothing on the canvas.
Okay. All right, that makes sense then. Normally, I do some practice painting, so I have a little bit better idea of where to start. This one, I'm not sure. But maybe I'll make a palette. And Barbie, I'll show you the other stuff in just a moment.
Okay. I feel like this has so much possibility. Very cool.
The octopus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I'd love to be able to go in and put all textures and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like the idea of using metallics inside.
Yes, that's not project flow.
So I created a palette from the watercolor image, a color palette from the image, and I think it's really helpful to do that. Are you guys familiar with that process? Hmm?
Are you sharing your
Does it
screen,
automatic-
Justice? Because I'm not seeing it.
I am sharing it in YouTube
Right.
and realize I may not be sharing it here. All right, I wonder if that changed anything. You guys should be able to see my screen still.
Oh. There. Okay. Yeah.
Metallics only work with oils, right?
Kind of.
You know, I've seen it work with other stuff, but
Yeah, like if you start with oils and then switch to watercolor, you can get it to diffuse out, and it's real shiny, but not a lot of impasto. not even sure how to approach these suction cups yet.
On those.
A couple years ago, I was down at the beach and with a friend, and he found a couple octopus hanging out near, it was like by some rocks, and was able to pick them up and hold them and take some video with them. It was really cool seeing them change color, and really a neat experience. They're such cool creatures.
I think it's called My Octopus Teacher.
Mm-hmm.
That was very good.
Yeah, I avoided watching that one for a couple years because I like eating octopus. What's that?
I stopped eating octopus after that.
Yeah, for the most part, the same. But I didn't want to stop eating octopus, so I didn't watch it for a long time.
I know.
Not that it's like my favorite thing, it's not, but
I get it. But once I had the information, I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, just a little too cool. Perfect. All right, let's see. All right, Barbie, can you see my screen?
Yes. I will.
Switch. Hold on a sec. Got it.
Okay.
Is that you? Or is that already? Hold on. No, here you go. Let me find you. Oh, got it.
I have
I will be able to.
an octopus upright with his arms going up into the air.
Here you are. I
Okay.
found you.
Okay, so layer 2.
Yes. Ooh, cool.
It's not as, I mean,
Uh-huh.
it's this, but still.
Oh,
I know.
still cool.
Looks way better with the preview
Wow,
on.
you've done so well.
Yeah, I'm very fast. All right, so layer 2, mask, transparent.
Uh-huh.
Create a new layer above it. And you can paint just on top of it. But it's a new layer.
Okay, so you're masking. Show me what you're masking.
I'm masking my base layer here.
Uh-huh.
And you do that by
So
clicking
you're
this
locking
button.
that.
It automatically locks when you do it.
So you can.
Yeah, so click mask transparent and then create a layer above it.
Okay, and then that will flip it here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try that out.
All right, I have an idea. I cut up a sock yesterday to use as a drawing glove. It looks really cool. If you guys can see
Is
it.
it helping?
Yeah, it is.
Karen. It's still coloring outside of my lines. God damn it. Oh. I put the mask on the wrong one. Never mind. My bad. Justice, you're so smart.
Thanks. I try and tell everybody that as fast as possible, right when I meet them. Yeah, according to my calculations, I'm very smart.
You are. I'll be your hype man. Some granular, like salty look would look cool in there too.
I think I need to make a new brush to get this to kind of get to where I want it to be for these circles with the suction cups.
Fries. You have that mask on, then draw underneath it. Will mask as well. Very interesting. happens if you mask opaque?
What happens with it? It just goes behind it, sort of behind it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Like if you're trying to do the background, it'll work that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I got in a black screen. I'm trying to figure out what. Let's say in theory that you could see a reference image and your rulers, but everything else is black. How would I get back to my panels?
Can you say that again?
Yeah. So I can see my reference image
Okay.
and it says the reference image, and I can see the rulers panel, but the whole screen is black. I can't see any of my tools. It's weird. I need to restart it. All right, nothing to see here. I'll figure it out. Can you do a salting effect in here?
Yes, you should be able to.
Is there a brush for that, or is that a setting?
I have one in the florigraphy one, but let's see. In watercolor, I think I just use like some of the spatter brushes.
Okay.
That's kind of the base for it.
I like that texturing in the. Is Grace not feeling well?
I don't know. I haven't heard from her this morning. She sent some messages yesterday. So I'm not sure.
Haven't seen her around for a bit. Like painting.
Right, yeah. All right, I'm going to drop you guys a brush.
In the chat.
Yeah.
Is it the sucker brush?
Mm-hmm.
Clearly.
All right, why?
Gotta find the chat now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm struggling with too.
I don't know where it is.
Okay. Infinite loop. And brush here. Sucker. There you go.
Got it. I think.
This one is an oil acrylics brush.
I just open it in browser and drop in Rebelle. I did last time.
Okay. You probably will have to increase the size of the brush. I put it up to a little over 6.
It's an oil, you said?
Mm-hmm. It's pretty rad too.
Success.
Good. I'm very happy with this. It's very cool.
You know, if we reference image a blob, I'd be nailing it. I do like that brush. It's very cool. I would very much like to learn how to make those.
I was contemplating doing a brush creation instead of painting class, but have a
I'd be down.
yeah. But I was thinking maybe not instead of.
Right, right. Well, until there's mass destruction with storms, I'm here. Got a few more months before that happens.
I'm trying to get my parents to move out here. They were out here a couple years ago, or a year and a half ago, and it was nice.
Yeah, I just saw today that they got California got declared for the storms that happened in January.
Declared a state of emergency.
FEMA.
I'm sorry, what does that mean?
FEMA for help for probably the atmospheric rivers that were happening, because I was out there before. So whatever damage happened in, I think maybe San Diego or
Oh, okay, I see.
wherever it was, it's not declared. Probably San Francisco. No, you live there. You probably know more than I would.
Nope. You would think so.
I know nothing.
It's one of the things that I consider a skill set, not being
Thank you, babe.
aware of too many things that don't affect me directly.
Right. Well, that's pretty much the way it works with disasters. Nobody's really that concerned until it's them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, not just disasters, just about everything else.
Yeah, true.
You know, this world is so prone to just pushing extreme anxiety and all of that stuff that there's nothing wrong with keeping your world small.
Yeah.
And not buying into all that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the thing is that from as a responder, if you can just be knowledgeable as what's going on in your area, so that it gives you an opportunity to be ready for
Yeah. Yeah.
being
It's,
necessarily,
yeah, that makes it part of your world. It's not just like a random occurrence. It's something that you can do something about. I think that's the critical component.
yes.
If you can't do anything besides emote, then it's like, well,
Yes.
there's a place for that too, but
Mhm.
not always.
And it's in my world, so I pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But if it's not affecting you, then unless you're sending supplies and helping, you don't want to stress out about it.
Right. Yeah.
These weird things happened. They came to change our meter box and our electricity. They're updating them,
Hmm.
and the guy's like, "You have this horrible fire hazard. You have to contact your landlord immediately. We can't even change it." And they had to send people out. And one of the things, what's wrong with it is something that I had seen in the field, and this guy's house burned down. And I thought, wow, I'm super glad that they came to change the meter box, because that kind of thing we would have never gone looking for.
Yeah. Right. They took care of it.
They're getting it's an expensive job apparently, and they had to get a couple quotes. No, not yet.
Okay. I see.
So just, I'm not living in fear or anything, but I've seen what can happen.
Right.
I actually showed the property manager photos of what can happen. He said, "Okay, we'll get on that right away."
Barbie, what is your background? Are you a nurse?
No, I am first responder as far as disasters go. So I assess people's immediate needs and then get them help in the form of either housing or finances, etc.
I think that's really great.
And then my background is art and theater and psychology. And my other job is I supply all the theme parks in the United States with henna.
That's so cool. I have so many friends that do that. You're not unique, Barbie.
That supply all the theme parks in the United States with henna?
Yeah. Okay, you are unique.
I
Fine.
thought that was kind of niche.
Yeah.
No, I used to be a trailblazer and then everybody was doing it. So now I import from Pakistan and India.
I like henna.
What theme parks use henna for?
Drawing henna tattoos on people.
Oh,
I started the operation with the major company that does it, and I've been doing that for about 25 years.
oh.
That's actually how I started drawing.
Like henna?
Yeah. That was the gateway. And that's probably why I do a lot of, like, I can replicate stuff very well. Because I've spent 30 years drawing on people
While they're asleep.
while they're drunk. I did a lot of time with MTV and Spring Break.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I'm going to say none of that matters when I'm doing work in Rebelle because I look like I'm a 5-year-old in here. So, Justice, when you're making a brush, does it have the option to do like duplicate heads? Is that how you created the circle on circle?
To do multiple shapes, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You can have up to 4, but realistically, you can do more than that if you're using the dual brush or the textures that change the shape, each time you're going through.
Oh, wow.
Everybody. I'm sorry I'm late. It's been quite a weird week.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah, glad you made it.
Night too. I see there's a new brush.
Yep, new brush.
Fancy.
Just heard. That's anything.
Sucker brush.
First suckers.
Oh, you put some structure in there, didn't you? That looks really cool.
I like it. I think it coming out.
I was wondering about putting structures in. That looks neat.
First thing I thought when I saw the reference image of structures.
Yeah, it was one of the things I was excited about. There's so many textures and shapes and stuff here. Oh, cool.
So it looks really nice. I'm looking at your screen now. And wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I went back to my screen and I thought, what is this?
A watercolor brush also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, structures and then doing watercolor over the top.
Reference image you're using as a structure.
The structure I'm using is not there. I made some texture brushes that I'll probably put out soon. I always feel like I need to have a video or a story or some connection to them before I release them, but I think people probably don't care that much. I'd rather just tinker and play with them too.
I think they're very helpful to me anyway.
Yeah, I used
oh, go ahead.
I used this one called Inside the Beast. It does these type of shapes. Let me take that. I'll just share that one with you guys. All right. Okay, that one is in the chat.
That's a structure.
Not a structure, it's a structure brush.
Oh, cool.
Which is a term that I'm just coining because it's a brush. You don't have to set it up like a structure.
Exciting events in their life this past week?
There's some stuff going on that's not super fun, but some fun stuff. I do a lot of diving, and this week is the last week for lobster, so I went out extra and had a really nice, good time.
What fun.
What's that?
Like fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's one of those low impact activities that are just that's great. And all the different colors is tricky for the suckers. Not tricky, like very time consuming.
Yes, it is.
I like using the mix color function to kind of smooth out the transitions from colors. Oops.
I think I'm just going to determine that my style is cleaning blobs. Different kinds of blobs.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Could be my official style. Colorful blobs.
Thinking after this is done to use the liquefy tool to push the suckers into a different angle. I think that'll be cool. I think that'll work well.
Very smooth. Thank you.
I wish that there was more of a color jitter function.
Yeah. Bless you, I think.
Thanks. All right, we are at 1 hour. I'm going to try and finish up here in like 10 or 15 minutes. I like to get a little further along.
I'm not impressed with my work.
There's so many legs.
You never even actually counted to see if they were the right amount.
Nope, there's not. There's 9.
I don't even know that I represented the reference photo.
Yeah, I think that one of the key components to AI art, check the number of fingers, check the number of legs. If it's got something more than correct one, is probably AI.
That is starting to get better, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This looks crazy. They make little watercolor bubbles, but they're not translating.
Oh, that's cool. Are you using tilt to angle?
I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out what I'm doing. Maybe spatter. Work. The spatter until it works. Trying to hand draw them, and they just turned out looking like little or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning curve.
Octopus is going to be shunned in his society because he looks so weird.
Get these to look a little bit more three-dimensional, like not just flat here. I'm not sure that I like them better not flat. Kind of like the looseness of it.
Liking what the tilt angle does to the shape of the brush.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That you can really just kind of get into it and have it be tilted all different angles depending on what the perspective might be.
Take a lesson from Barbie and save your work if you haven't saved it yet.
But yeah, thank you.
What happened?
I've had autosave saving several times.
Yes.
And I kind of like that it saves it in like a different place in its own iterations and stuff, so that if you screw up your main file, then at least you have some backups.
Yeah, I managed to recover something from that log. It's important. This guy to rest. Good fellow.
Learn something new that has been there all along. We were having a problem. I think we were talking last week. I think it was about the brushes and losing them when we bring them in.
Mm-hmm.
And I discovered that this is odd, but not to me. I discovered you could create a group within the brush, which I mean, these brushes all have groups. So anyway, so I created a group in the favorites brush, and now I'm bringing all the brushes from the chat into that. So now I know where they're at.
Oh, good.
I mean, pretty obvious, but not to me.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool to learn stuff like that if you don't realize it. So good for you.
It sure helped. Now I can find them. I know there are other places in my library from previous imports, but at least now I can find them. Oh, life is good.
Yay.
Since you're getting Verdi.
Might start eating octopus again just to put him out of his misery. Verity, did you send me a good tutorial to watch for watercolor? I forgot.
I think so. Somebody posted one a while back, and I saved it, but I haven't watched it yet. I could send that to you if you want.
Probably we need to do that so I can where everything lives.
in Rebelle specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just don't know where anything is. So when like I go to try to do this, it's a little more difficult.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Just anything like like full properties and stuff. It's kind of like I have to relearn every time where that stuff is. And if I were more familiar with where stuff was and how to change opacity and how to change my settings with brushes, it would be more helpful. This class is the only real-time practice that I have in this program.
Yeah, it helps getting that consistent time in for sure.
Yeah, so I'm pleased for the time that I'm putting in, but I could do a lot better if I spend actual time with him.
Me a really long time to just try and figure out how to use the program because I'm just kind of learning everything, you know. I'm learning how to paint, learning how to draw, learning how to use the program, and I just sit down and pick a project and work on it. And I work on learning the program and everything, and it just takes time.
A lot of time. I spend a lot of time drawing and teaching lessons and stuff into the program. And I mean, I have almost 300 drawings that I created for that program since January. So
Which
it's
program?
a lot of time. Inkwell.
Do you get paid for that at all?
No, I don't. It's out of love. I'm a tester for them as well, so I'm helping take care of bugs.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But I spend so much time in the program, I know where everything is. I know how to alter stuff, and that's
And Rebelle is just laid out very differently from stuff that I've used before.
everything. Like it's not like Procreate or anything that I normally would use. But today's the first day I'm working on my iPad, which I really like a lot.
Painting on your iPad?
Yeah, on using a support program for Rebelle, I'm painting on my iPad, which feels better to me than painting on a tablet.
Got it.
I just feel like I have a little more control.
And that I usually paint on my Surface. But for these things, I have a second monitor hooked up to my gaming computer, so I'm using my Wacom instead.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely a different experience.
I guess if you're used to it, if you're used to drawing on a tablet, then it's not so much of a thing. But I like the feel of drawing directly on the surface that you're producing the imagery on.
I used to be decent at both until I started spending so much time on my Surface, and now I come to the Wacom, and it's just like, oh, this is very different. And so it takes me like half an hour to get used to it again.
Mm-hmm. This octopus is not getting any better the more I draw on it, but it's time.
Oh,
Poor guy. No, just as the people that I do it for are a very small company. They're like comprised of two people, so they're thankful just to have somebody help them out.
Yeah, that's nice.
And with that, I have, as they said, carte blanche to teach whatever I'd like to. So that's good too.
Using the masking because of you, Barbie.
Yay!
It's fun adding some textures as like rim lighting.
Oh wow! When I looked at it, I had so many ideas for what I'd like to do, but none of that is transferred. So and you should be able to make a selection, right? And do like a mask. Like if I wanted to create a layer, I probably not going to do it in this one, but create a layer. Let's say a, a circle, like one of the tentacles,
Mm-hmm.
and then just put some texture on it. I would be able to do that with the masking.
Yeah. Yes, you should be able to. I understand correctly.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into it today, but I'd like to be able to work with it. When in doubt, just add more suckers. This is definitely not AI. I don't even think AI would give it this many suckers. I did find a granulation brush.
You found one that works?
Maybe. I just found a granulation brush that works it out. Wow. That's to be seen.
Caroline, you're probably hearing a lot of clattering from me, so I think I'll turn the mic off.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
No?
Sounds
No,
okay
I don't hear
to me
anything.
too.
No, because I'm just typing away and
All right. Let's see.
Wow, I have like 20 layers. Does pretty well with palm rejection.
Which one does?
I'm using Astro Studio, but I'm just on an iPad. I'm not having any issues.
Oh,
with
right.
it.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure how that was going to work since it's not geared for an iPad.
Surface has excellent palm rejection.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I actually have too much palm rejection because I can have problems touching the Tablet Pro Artist Pad buttons with my thumb. I think that my thumb is just a little bit too big.
I have trouble texting because my fingers just don't work well. Prefer voice texting.
See my goofy octopus?
Yes. Love to see your goofy octopus. All right. You're getting it there. Looking good.
Save the sad little guy.
You about done? Or?
Yeah, we're probably about done.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can go
Posting my
get
octopus.
something to eat or whatever.
Lucky you.
We could do that. Or we could just eat here and get. What do your mom want to do?
Where do we post them usually?
I think we post them in painting.
What do you guys want to do? All right.
There it is.
Did you see if we were all invited?
Are you all invited to? Absolutely.
What are we invited to? I missed it.
To lunch.
Yay!
No, we tried to go to the
Going on
Arboretum
right
yesterday, and it was raining. So it's not raining today, so we're going to the Arboretum. And my dad was just asking, when are you going to be done? Do you want to go to lunch? And I was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, there's rarely a
Justice, that
time.
looks way too cool.
Thanks, it's coming along.
It is. In my head, that's what I kind of wanted, but that's not what I got. Okay.
I'm
There
happy
we go.
that I pulled colors from the original image because my ability to pick colors is it's not where I want it to be.
I abandoned the original image a long time ago. Now I tried. That was weird. I turned it around in Rebelle so it was facing toward the ground,
Mm-hmm.
but it saved it to the side, which is strange.
That Rebelle's reference image literally only does landscape. So if you want to have a portrait, then you have to manually rotate it inside the reference
I
image.
did. I manually rotated it, but when I saved it, it saved it.
Yeah, I think it does that.
That's all right. Imagine it's facing toward the sea. Use your imagination.
So how the impact of the image can change just by rotating it or flipping it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like yours, Verity. That's pretty too. I like your orangey octopus. Justice is just showing off.
I think that's my job, right? Isn't that my job?
It is your job.
It's your job. You're right.
But very
Nailing
well.
it. So cool.
Is really is cool. It's turning out.
I like it a lot. So did you just change the stamp size for the tentacles for all the little
Yeah, and then
tentacles?
use liquefy in order to get it to adjust to the angle.
Oh dang. Missed that. Yeah, what are you drawing with right now?
This is a metallic liner that I made.
That's pretty.
It's I don't know if I shared these yet. I think I shared it in one of the chats, but I don't think I posted this as a brush set.
That is pretty. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, it's elegant.
It's cathartic to just watch you draw.
Yeah, I like that experience watching other people as well. Okay, but it looks like it stopped working. Okay.
That happens to me sometimes. Ooh. Is that your background? You're the kitty?
This one?
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah. I drew this one a while ago.
Right.
Okay, I hid the layer and showed the layer again, and oh,
It's it did a stroke.
okay. I think there's something actually here that's blocking it, but not going to worry about
Oh, on the top layer.
it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's not on the top layer. It's somewhere else.
That is so cool. And the body of the octopus is the main body is the texture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these little blips of gold are really cool.
And you said that's a liner brush that you've made, correct?
Yeah.
Verity, what are you drawing with right now?
Just the round liner. So I'm trying to make it metallic, and it doesn't look like it's working.
Oh, I see that.
I mean, it's got the texture going, but it doesn't have all like the shiny.
Yeah, it doesn't have the shine. You can adjust the shine, right? Like,
Yeah, you can adjust the shine, increase the contrast in the shape image.
Oh, here we go. Reflectivity. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, or
Mhm.
do that.
I see it now.
Trying to figure out why it wasn't working.
And that's just the round, just down at a really small diameter.
The liner,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
just the oil basic liner. I just have it copied up into my brushes because I use it all the time.
Mm.
Hmm.
Now what are you hitting it with? It looks like a little texture.
Yeah, now I have a structure in the back.
Got you.
But it's not working, and I'm not sure why. Like, not painting at all.
I see that. Is it because you're below on a different layer that's already been covered?
I don't think so, but let's put this one up at the top. And we'll test it.
Was having the same thing happen and I had to turn off the masking.
Oh, yeah, it could be. Yep,
Yep.
that was it. Good
Look, the
catch.
noob knows something. So now you can probably put it underneath.
Yeah.
What do you mean bossing you around?
Somebody's got to do it.
Working. Where's your structure? What layer is your structure on?
I don't know if it's layer based.
Ah, okay.
Let's see here.
Seems to be showing up there.
Yeah, looks good.
Ish. Are you blowing it?
No, this one's just tilt. Not super sure I want tilt on.
That looks cool.
I've been getting better at working with water and getting it to create some cool elements that look a little more water-like.
Yeah, that's what I think I need to go through a tutorial myself into some kind of knowledge. What structure are you using when you're acrylic pours?
Yeah, this one I think is my favorite. It's let's see, structures, bubbles, dots, rivers.
Ooh, cool.
Brush in the structures pack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how did you come up with those?
I was experimenting with a handful of different things, but used AI to create the textures and had some real specific things that I wanted to accomplish with the textures, and so it worked
Which
all right.
one was it? Leonardo? Because I think they have a texture generator.
Yeah, I tried Leonardo. Some of them are from Leonardo. Some of them are from the ones I really like the most are from ChatGPT, Dolly,
Oh,
something
okay.
or another.
Yeah. And then on those, are you just putting? Is it a fancy prompt, or are you just putting in create bubbles, texture?
Fancy prompt, yeah.
Okay. That's one of the secrets of AI, that if you don't know how to word well, you're not going to get what you want.
Yeah. With it getting better though, it's getting easier.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Experimenting with the chat. Well, I'm still using ChatGPT 3.5, and one of the things that I've done that many people may not have thought of is, and this was actually given to me as a hint. You know those terms of service, terms of condition things that you always have to click. You know when you are wanting to sign up for a website or download software or whatever
Mm-hmm.
that nobody reads. Um, I've actually cut and pasted one of those into Chat GPT 3.5 and told it to summarize it as if I were 5 years old.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it is really interesting how well and entertaining it can be.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes it easy to understand what these huge, humongous, long, 80-page terms and conditions are actually saying. So that might be something to to try out.
Yeah, I think that's a great.
So
Isn't that cool? I love these. They're so neat.
is
That is fun.
fine watching.
Well, thank you, everyone. This has been fun, but it's time for me to head out.
All right, enjoy your
Thank you,
lunch.
Faraday. Are you using liquefy right now? No, you're blowing.
Yeah, the blow tool, which I'm not sure that I want to do. Ah, that's pretty cool.
I like it.
Yeah, as
Looks
long as
like
it
some ink well.
settles, if it settles back into the little pockets, then I'm fine with it,
Mhm.
which it seems to be doing. Except for up here.
I was showing screenshots of your video to my friends at Inkwell, showing how you could emulate like a acrylic pour.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Ooh, huh."
Yeah, it's such a complex thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yes, people actually were commenting here. Oh.
Yeah. Who's coming?
A guy named Rick was commenting on YouTube.
Oh, that's right. You were on YouTube too. I forgot. So that's an outside source, or is that like I know YouTube's outside, but how did they find it?
Yeah, YouTube live chat. Or
And so, like, is it random? Like somebody would jump on and see it?
yeah, there
Or did
wasn't
they
any
know?
no promotion. I just wanted to give it a shot and see how it turned out.
What were the comments?
That I did a good job showing off.
That you're an awesome, awesome, awesome,
I told
and
them to
super
say
smart.
that. Yeah. It's the username something jfunk something.
Huh.
That's me.
It's not even an alter ego of mine.
Yeah.
I got a scoop.
All right. Glad you joined us.
Me too. Enjoy being with you guys.
Me too. I'm
So-
super glad. Day 3 of a migraine, so it's super low key today, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad it wasn't yesterday or day before.
Well, take care, everybody. Have a good weekend.
All right. Thanks, Scott. You too.
Thank you. So when I put my structure down, I wasn't able to get anything. Revisit that.
You weren't able to get any reaction.
Yeah. Like nothing was coming up, but I had already started the drawing, so I don't know. I'll have to try it again.
Look at this area down here. Looks like clouds and
Mhm.
smoke. It's so cool.
It is cool. You know, you've seen those like Instagram videos where they do like they'll put a blob of water down in a shape on paper, and then they'll put the ink on it.
Yeah.
It runs into. That's what it reminds me of, like the way that it's flowing.
All right, I think this
I
is.
really like the bubbles.
They're so cool.
I want that.
What is that from?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah, that's
And she sees the Tupperware.
yeah.
I want that.
Yeah, growing up in a small town in Iowa, that hit differently than it did for people who were not acquainted. It's so funny to
I
me.
love it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Gosh, I love what you're doing here with the shading. I think that's pretty. This is how I wanted mine to turn out. I'm glad you're doing it. And live vicariously through your drawing.
All right, I think this is
Wow.
it.
That's
I feel like it needs more black sketching or no black sketching, but I think it needs the black sketching.
well, mine was a lot of black sketching, and yours is looking better.
Now it's done.
No, it's awesome. I love the way you got the veining kind of look, marbled veining look in the body.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It's very Octopus.
Yeah, it's amazing. And that was done with the structure brush that you did, and what else? This
Structure
blowing?
brush and watercolors over the top.
Oh, okay. I was too busy bastardizing my draw. What happened?
It needs this little bit of extra contrast.
What is interesting is I can watch you draw and I can understand what you're doing. Like I can make sense, but replicating it, not so much.
Of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of the art, and I always liked.
From Tim Burton.
I always liked the little curly tree. You know, like these guys.
Yes, the swirlies.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of that in henna.
Yeah. Do they have a special name for it in henna?
Maybe, I don't know. I called them swirls, spirals. I didn't do a whole bunch of traditional henna like people would. I started off with books, that people could look at. And then I abandoned the books because I didn't want to do anything twice. So I just say, what do you like? And then I just draw whatever they like. Which is weird, like talking about drawing in strange mediums. Drawing with mud is very unusual.
Is it mud?
Yes.
Huh.
You take the ground up leaves and mix it to make it not spreadable, but where you can put it in like a piping bag. And then I would use brushes and stuff to create different textures, but it's basically mud. I did the Mona Lisa in henna. It took 7 hours.
Oh yeah, I imagine. Do you have pictures of it?
Yeah, I do. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
It was weird though because I did it while the guy was laying on his stomach, and when he stood up, it distorted a little.
Yeah.
But having the hubris that I did in my 30s, I never even practiced or did, I just like looked at a picture and did it. And it came out cool, but it wasn't going to hang on a gallery.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
Except he did have a t-shirt cut out with a frame to show it. Like there was a frame on the outside of the t-shirt.
Was it for an event?
Yeah, it was some maybe Halloween. I don't remember what it's for. I got paid like $1,000 for it.
Oh, that's cool.
He used to be a contender. That is so cool.
Okay, I think that's good. And I think I like the black better.
Take it off again?
I didn't put it on a different layer, so it's kind of...
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
It's fine.
It's better than fine.
All right. Okay, this will be done then.
I love it.
All right, we'll open up, close these. Zoom in. Pause for a moment for the live stream. And
I just thought of that too. Like Leonardo has a prompter. I never use it, but that'll help you create prompts.
I'm going to end the live stream here on YouTube. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you have questions, join us over in the Discord. We're not ending Barbie yet, but just for the YouTube one. All right, so there's a description. In the description, there should be a link to the Discord channel. You can join us in our next live panel.